This is a YouTube channel I started in February. This was the first video I posted, video 2, then video 7, and this is it now. Over 100 videos that got more than 10 million each. And in today's video, I'll walk you through 4 unique script writing frameworks that I use to blow up this channel from 0 to over 150,000 followers in just 11 videos. Let's start with the first video I ever posted. So as you can see on the channel, the first ever video was posted January 27 and it currently sits at 186,000 views, but it wasn't always like that. So at the beginning when I posted this, it got stuck for about 2 weeks at 12,000 views. So I pretty much got view jailed like many of faceless YouTube creators, especially shorts creators. But again, once the channel started to pick back up, the video kind of exploded. Obviously 186k, nothing really. And the way I actually created this video was by using the content upgrade strategy. So this is one of the 4th strategies that I'm going to show you, and every next strategy is better than the previous one, but we start with content upgrade. So the strategy that I call content upgrade is actually very simple. The goal of it is to take a video that blew up in a lower category of content and upgrade its quality by animating it or simply changing the style of content. And my favorite, because I run Art of War, my favorite example is to always take commentary videos in a war niche that blew up and animating them, showing even more details. So here's what I did. This was the video, and the way I came up with the idea was actually by watching a very popular meme at a time where the guy basically shows a video from an army where the recommendation that they give to soldiers is to buy like a pack of tampons, and whenever they get shot, just put a tampon inside the wound and they will like absorb the blood and everything. So I saw this and I was like, such a viral angle. There's so many things that I like about the idea, and it's definitely going viral, right? So the next thing that I did was I needed to find a format, and that's when I saw this video from Simply How, I think, yeah, Simply How, where basically the narration goes, if you get stabbed, don't panic because this thing can save your life. And this was the exact hook I needed for my video. So I took this viral like storytelling framework, and I took the idea that I liked and I changed being stabbed to basically being shot. So this is the video that I got. If you get shot, don't panic because this can save your life. And then basically I highlighted the key moments of the script that I literally replicated after Simply How. So as you can see, I replicated the first step framework. Then obviously like there is some kind of a recommendation like why you should be doing something like this, and I also implemented I didn't stop at only tampons. I also added sanitary pads that you should put at the top, because like I couldn't quite believe that these are like real recommendations that are given to the soldiers nowadays. And this was super viral for multiple reasons. First of all, when you see a hook like this, you kind of like it's very controversial. Then the tip itself is crazy controversial. So combining all of that made me think that the video that I just came up with is absolutely amazing. And I mean, it was kind of like, it's still one of my favorite videos on the channel. However, as I said, it got stuck at 12k for about 2 weeks, and at the time I felt like the video was a failure. It did get, by the way, about 300,000 views on TikTok, so it was another sign that I was onto something. But that was just the first video. Now, when this video didn't blow up, my initial thinking was, okay, cool, maybe I tried something that was too far from what the audience really wants. Maybe I should stick to the reference. And the reference for this channel for me was obviously Zach the Films. So if you don't know Zach the Films, he's posting those 3D animated videos, pretty much similar to mine, but he's doing it in many different niches except instead of just one. And obviously he gets way more views. So the second strategy that I decided to use is, hey, real quick, while I was in China, as you can see, I'm still there, I built something really cool. I built 3 AI agents that completely replaced my script writing team. Those agents find ideas for my channels, understand outliers, write scripts, and then even add those scripts to my Google Drive. Then I asked the same agents to analyze 500 of the most popular faceless YouTube channels. They analyzed 5,000 videos and they came up with 50 scripting frameworks that everyone in the faceless space are using right now. And all of it became the foundation of the niche bending workshop I'm going to host on April 8th. So if you join now by clicking the first link in the description, as a bonus, I'm going to give you 2 weeks of niche bending bootcamp where I'll add you to the Telegram group with me, and I'm going to break down channel ideas, scripts, and niches on a daily basis. You'll find a link in the description. Don't wait, I'll see you there. Basically, direct stealing, because I thought if my original idea didn't work, maybe I should do something that already worked for Zach the Films and I should just directly steal his video. To me, back then, like as someone posting the second ever video on the channel, it sounded like a cool idea. But I didn't know that direct stealing is probably one of the worst strategies out there, because basically those videos deliver zero to none value to the audience, and the YouTube algorithm quickly realizes that there was a very similar video on the platform, and the audience who watched it already got all of the value that they were looking for, and there's no reason for them to watch your video. So initially, the video that I found was from obviously Zach the Films, where he shares the step-by-step guide on what to do if your parachute fails to open. So in his case, he basically recommended to check the reserve parachute and then obviously try to land more safely, which is a very controversial payoff at the end of the video. And I decided that I'm gonna do the same thing, but slightly different. So I rewrote the script, but as you can see, I stuck to the framework, to the original framework, mainly changing a few words here and there, and making the script a little bit longer, which was also unnecessary. I think it was one of the videos, yeah, it was 33 seconds, the video that I created. And again, when I posted it, it quickly got to 13,000 views, but it got stuck there again. So that was the second video on my channel that got view jailed, and in this case it did pick up later. It also got 187k views overall, but I personally think that this was one of the worst videos I ever posted, and that the strategy direct stealing never really worked out for me. So even though the original video got 26 million views, by stealing it I only got 187k. So the lesson I learned there is that if you're gonna copy someone directly, then make sure you check out at least one of those boxes. Your video should be better quality. So whenever I see a 3D animated video that is absolute crap, I would remake the video, improving the hook, improving the script, improving the animation. This is how I do it now. Again, I didn't know it back then. Then your video is more controversial. Controversy is a very strong angle on YouTube. You can basically take any influencer like faceless channel, you can make it more controversial and just repost their content with the more controversial ideas, and it would typically work out. Again, do not cross the line there. You don't want to break any of YouTube rules, but controversy is a very powerful tool. Or your video is longer, especially when we are talking about long form. If you can produce longer videos, you can typically steal the same ideas but just execute them better by posting longer content. It doesn't really work with shorts, but it works with longs. Now, if you're not checking any of those boxes, then you should not be copying directly. As we can see on this example, my second idea for the video actually flopped, and that was a complete failure. And that's when I started to think, okay, cool, I tried my original idea, it didn't work. I tried something that I call script bending. I'll explain you what that means in a second. I then tried directly copying someone. So what should I try next? And this is when I come up with this video that is now sitting at 5 million views. But the moment I posted it, it also got stuck at about 14k views. So it got stuck there for a few days, and then it slowly started to pick up, and then it really only exploded after like 40-50 days on the channel. But the reason why this video was way better than everything else that I posted before is because this video replicated a long form piece of content that I found. So The original idea was about sniper traps. So if we watch the video, we'll see that basically it's about the trap for snipers, where soldiers would create those paper mache hats and then just bite enemy snipers to take in a shot so that they can reveal their position. And actually, the way I found this video is I went on another 2D long-form channel, Simple History, and I was browsing through their most popular videos in 2D style, and I actually found that this dummy hats video got 23 million views 6 years ago in long form. And whenever something goes that viral in long form, it's always a sign that there's an audience for that the idea itself worth it. And looking at the thumbnail, I knew exactly why it worked, and I wanted to replicate it. So I didn't even watch this video. All I really needed was an idea from the thumbnail and title, and I went ahead and wrote a script, very simple script, about how soldiers baited their enemies. And as you saw, I added a hat that looked almost like Donald Trump to make it even more controversial. You remember I told you about controversy. So that's why this was the first ever successful video that I posted on the channel, and this was only video number 4 that I posted. But this is how I got to know the third strategy that I'm sharing with you today, where you take long form piece of content and you adapt it for shorts. This strategy would later serve me really well on my journey, and this is again all about adaptation. And when I saw that this video started to pick up slowly, I did it again. So this was the video that made the channel explode. Most of you don't remember the story, but when I was launching Art of War, my first 6 videos, they were all stuck at 15k views, typical 15k views jail. But then the 7th video that I posted was this one, and this was the video that got us monetized, the video that basically helped me break through the jail, and the video that exploded to 21 million views in the first 5 days. Now it sits at about 39 million views. It generated our first real 4 figures from a single video, obviously helped me at like 37,000 subscribers, and this video was also a copy of a video from Simple History. So again, when I saw that this concept worked, I went ahead and basically found this idea right there. 4.8 million views 8 years ago, reversed bullets, and I thought that it's a very cool concept and I should just animate it in 3D now, because when you take something that worked 6 years ago, 8 years ago, you improve the quality, so you make the content upgrade, you change the format from long form to short form, there is a very high chance that the video will explode. And that's exactly what happened. If you're curious about the script, it was very simple. A soldier would remove all the bullets from his rifle and reload them backward. So we spark the curiosity, we trigger the, this is a curiosity trigger overall, and then we give the reason in an attempt to make his rifle effective against tanks, which is another what the f moment when you start to question what is this guy even saying, and this makes you obviously the viewer to watch the video for longer, and then it's a very funny payoff at the end as well, which again forced a bunch of people to go in the comment section and rewatch the video multiple times. And if their original video got 4.8 million views in long form, then my video generated 20 million views in actually I have to fix this 5 days, and 39 million views by now. Again, the video got us monetized, got us to almost 40,000 followers, and it was the 7th ever video I posted on the channel. So if you're looking for a strategy, there's the lesson from that. I would look at the titles or AVD spikes in my competitors' videos. So for example, what I mean by AVD spikes, let's talk about Agent Floppy, because he has videos with a very clear list format. Let's take this video as an example. Every US president death explained in 21 minutes. When I see a video like that, I know that I can somehow adapt it for the Art of War channel, because it's about death and presidents, and there's a bunch of different viral patterns and frameworks that I can use to make it work. But how do I choose the president? On YouTube, there is a very interesting feature. When you're trying to scroll to a certain moment, it would show you where the audience, the AVD spikes. And these AVD spikes basically mean that the audience is mostly interested in those events. So I would look at the most popular moments of the long form video. I'll try to analyze and break down what exactly happened there and why the audience was curious, and how can I reanimate this particular piece in 3D and adapt it for short form. So I wouldn't watch the entire video. I wouldn't even try to take like a piece from there, because again, the audience clearly showed that they are not interested in it. But for example, the way Lincoln died is an interesting idea that many people liked. So I would look at those spikes or titles and thumbnails, and I'll try to condense the information into 15 to 25 seconds. And our goal here is to remove every detail possible, because when creating short form videos, you're not trying to deliver the information, you're actually trying to ignite interest to the topic. So I'll remove every detail possible to only leave the most important things that will make the viewer watch till the end. Now, here's what happened next, because when the video exploded, I thought that I cracked the code, and I just started doing more of what already worked. And this is when the script bending concept was born, because I've realized that my original idea initially, even though it flopped, it was the right direction, because stealing directly will always keep you as number 2 in a niche, number 3 in a niche, number 15 in a niche, but you will never become number 1. Making the videos from scratch and coming up with ideas yourself has no proven framework, and basically has no actual framework behind it to actually back up the original idea that you're trying to come up with. So instead, I come up with a framework that I called script bending, and there is a few video examples. One of them is actually this video that I posted on February 8th. So this was the 6th video that I posted. It didn't blow up before, like as you can see, I posted it before the video about reversed bullets, and obviously it was also kind of stuck at like 20k views. It was already past the 15k views jail, but it didn't blow up until the point where the reverse bullet one blew up. But then it picked up and it got to 14 million views. And the concept that I used for this video was what I call script bending. This is when you start with the storytelling framework first. So I found this video from Zakti Films that basically explains what happens if you try to shoot at a beer, and like there is a chance that the bullet would bounce off. So if you fire a bullet at a beer, you might think that the bullet could stop it cold and blah blah blah, but there's a small chance that it would ricochet. When I saw this video, I knew that there are 2 triggers that can actually make a viewer watch it multiple times. Number one, obviously shooting at some animal is interesting, because different animals, different bullets, like you can create multiple combinations, and all of those videos will have the same exact trigger. And then the second reason is the viral trigger at the end, because nobody actually believes, or at least you don't really think that it's gonna happen, that the bullet will ricochet or bounce off like beer's skull. So when I saw this video, I started to think, what are the other animals that we can shoot at in our 3D animated videos, and that will have the same viral potential. And I found this channel that is posting a lot about this wild animals. So they had a video about crocodile, elephant, and that's when it basically clicked for me. I decided to reanimate the video of shooting at an elephant and see if their skin can stop a 9mm round. So as you can see, I used the exact same framework that Zakti Films is using in his video. I have the exact same assumption in a hook that like most people would think that the bullet could kill the elephant instantly. But so as you can see, I use but pretty much in the same spot as Zakti Films is doing that. Then I have some kind of a explanation of like why the skin is of an elephant and stuff, and what's like inside of it, and all of those you know, with beautiful 3D animation and stuff. And I have the same exact payoff because it worked once. It makes sense for me to reuse the same exact payoff. So at the end, I quite controversially mentioned that there is a chance that a small caliber round would bounce off. So this basically makes an entire new original piece of content, because Zakti Films didn't shoot at an animal, because Zakti Films didn't shoot at an elephant, he did it at a bear, and this is a completely different video. However, we stick to the very viral framework from his channel that makes it almost guaranteed for a video to work. And as you can see, the video essentially blew up, 14 million views, $700 generated. It only got like started to be monetized after like 11 days of being published. So that's why it should have been like 1.2, 1.5K. But still, this is a perfect example of the script bending framework. And closer to the end of this video, I'll show you that I actually repeated this framework more than 10 times and it worked every single time. Now, the second example of that is the video about the ring pistol. So this happened when obviously the channel already exploded. I posted 3 videos that worked every single time, 10 million views, 6 million views, 14 million views. But then I posted another viral phenomenon because this video blew up to 40 million views on YouTube. It blew up to like 30 million views on TikTok. And in total, it generated us more than $10,000 across different platforms. And this video got me 60,000 subscribers. And this is the exact same video that took the channel to 150,000 subscribers in just 11 videos. And I came up with this video when I saw this example from Zakti Films with this video about a gun delivered for prison riots, right? And in this case, I didn't copy the script directly. I used my imagination. Again, I was playing around with it and I was trying different things, but I still kept the main idea of basically having a very interesting hook and then having a payoff that is unexpected. And then this exact framework served me really well as well, because I then copied it like 6 or 7 times with different gadgets and different guns. And the exact idea of that one was taken from another clip from a commentary video. As you can see, you can get a lot of the inspiration in commentary as one of the most saturated niches. Whenever you see something works in that, then you can almost always adapt it for any kind of animated channel that you run, because it will be a natural level up of their content. So the script bending method basically means that you take a unique idea and you bend it to a proven storytelling framework that worked for one of your competitors before. So, and once I had those 4 ideation frameworks, all that was left for me is to turn them into formats and scale. Because whenever something works for you once, you want to squeeze the most out of it. So here's exactly how I did it. You remember I told you about shooting in something and how I turned it into a framework? Well, that framework generated me over 140 million views in total across all of our videos. And as you can see here, I basically created 5-10 different videos with the same framework. We animated a video about what happens if you shoot at gorilla, at the crocodile, at a human tooth, at a human skull, at a rhino's horn. As you can see, all of them are pretty much the same, but we change the object that we shoot at and we see different results in terms of the experiment and in terms of views. The crocodile video, for example, got 29 million views. You remember that was the original commentary idea, the channel where I got the idea from, and basically all other videos got more than like this one is the least popular, probably got like age restricted or something, but in total it generated 140 million. Then we became a bit more creative with that. So we tried to throw in grenades and see if mattress can stop them, or we started throwing axes and seeing if, let's say, a bunch of different Kevlar vests can stop them, or shooting at medieval soldiers, or shooting at the stack of bodies, or shooting at medieval shields and all of that. But it's the same concept. So it doesn't matter how creative you become. Obviously, try to be as creative as possible, but stick to the viral frameworks whenever you can, whenever you have those. This was one. Then we did it again with soldiers painting something. So I got this video that originally blew up about soldiers painting their tanks blue. There was a story during World War II that basically they were trying to hide their tanks from planes, so they painted roads and tanks blue, so that from above it looked like a river to the plane, and it actually worked for them. So 28 million views, And I replicated this idea countless of times. Soldiers putting mud on their tanks. That was another real life story. Soldiers pouring shampoo over their submarines. Soldiers painting tanks white, tanks pink, ships zebra. As you can see, all of those are exactly the same. And even if you look at, let's say, this one and that one, and if you put them together, you can see how even the scene of the video is exactly the same. Because again, when I see that something works, I want to squeeze the most out of it. And then again, I became creative. So I created a story about how a prisoner painted the gun, or how soldiers painted Stalin's house, or like more like day-to-day stories of cartel bosses painting their cars with like red crosses, or this guy who painted nectarines green and made them look like grenades and escaped the prison. But the viral pattern is exactly the same, and scripts are structured the exact same way. So this is script bending. This is how you like, instead of just having one viral video with 28 million views, I had 9 videos with over 150 million views total. That's the benefit of coming up with a video that has a very clear structure that you can copy again and again. And another one, format number 3, that got almost 500 million views for me. As you can see, probably the most amount of videos that were born from the original video about ring pistol, because we did a video on a machine gun in a baby carriage, in a back of a car, in this guy's hat, in glove, in piano, in many different things. But again, all it takes is finding a framework once, then using AI, for example Claude, to come up with a bunch of ideas that have the same viral triggers, and then just animating those videos without getting tired of it. Because most creators think that their content is boring because they watch it 15 times a day, but for many of your followers, they will watch it for the first time, so they will never ever see that you're actually using the framework that you used a week ago or 2 days ago, and you have to double down on whatever it is that works for you. So, and in our scripting SOPs, I actually got 15 plus formats like those that eventually helped me scale the Art of War channel to 4 billion views, 1.6 million followers, and $300,000 made in its first year. This was the story of Art of War, and if you thought that it was luck, we actually recently repeated this same process on another channel that generated 766 million views, then another one that just recently crossed its first billion views and almost $100,000 in revenue, and even this one with 209 million views. So if you want to copy the same exact scripting framework that allowed me to do that, I have an offer for you, because on April 8th, I'm hosting the script bending workshop where I'm gonna show you how to ideate and script short and long form YouTube videos that get millions of views. Moreover, I'm gonna give you access to 5 Claude AI protocols that will completely automate it for you. And if you secure the workshop ticket today, you will also get access to our script bending bootcamp, where for 2 weeks inside of our private Telegram group, I'm going to coach you on how to write the best scripts in the entire industry. This is your chance to ask me questions and learn directly from me for the cheapest it's ever been. Because all of what I mentioned used to cost thousands of dollars, but currently it's just 97 bucks. You can click the first link in the description to secure your spot. And a quick note before you go, the price of the workshop ticket will increase on April 1st, and we're officially closing the doors on April 8th, and there will be no way to access the recording or any of the materials. So the sooner you join, the more value you will actually get from the script bending bootcamp. And because we mainly work with action takers, if you are one of them, then click the link in the description and I'll see you inside.
All right, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMM Shiba and SMM Dodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says you from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm. And now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.